America is back. This was Joe Biden's message to the world as he made his first diplomatic address as president, a message that signals a muscular foreign policy in the days to come. But was the message in touch with the current geopolitics, the geopolitical realities of today? In the next 4 minutes, we'll discuss. But first, listen to this.
America is back. Diplomacy is back at the center of our foreign policy. As I said in my inaugural address, we will repair our alliances and engage with the world once again, not to meet yesterday's challenges, but today's and tomorrow's.
You heard that? We will engage with the world once again, not to meet yesterday's challenges, but today's and tomorrow's. A message that heralds the prominence of American diplomacy. It reiterates the same role that America has played for decades, acting as the protector of liberty and freedom across the globe. That's the pedestal the U.S. has always put itself on. I don't say this without reason. In his address, Joe Biden made it absolutely clear that the world should expect a more diplomatically engaged America under his watch. He insisted that the U.S.'s global strategy will be based on liberal democratic values. Biden put adversaries on notice, lauded international cooperation and reassured allies of support. But he warned that his support will not be unconditional. We've compiled his message for each country. Take a look.
The Burmese military should relinquish power they have seized, release the advocates and activists and officials they have detained, lift the restrictions on telecommunications, and refrain from violence. This war has to end, and to underscore our commitment, we are ending all American support for offensive operations in the war in Yemen, including relevant arms sales. We're going to continue to support and help Saudi Arabia defend its sovereignty and its territorial integrity and its people. At the same time, I made it clear to President Putin, in a manner very different from my predecessor, that the days of the United States rolling over in the face of Russia's aggressive actions, interfering with our elections, cyber attacks, poisoning its citizens, are over. We'll also take on directly the challenges posed by our prosperity, security, and democratic values by our most serious competitor, China.
He asked the Myanmar military to relinquish power. He promised to end American support for the offensive in Yemen. He promised to help Saudi Arabia defend its sovereignty. He made it clear that America will not roll over in the face of Russian aggression. And he said that he will directly take on challenges posed by China. What about India? A longtime ally of America, the member of the Quad, one of America's most important partners, the new Vice President of the U.S., Kamala Harris, is half Indian. There are at least 20 Indian Americans in Biden's White House team, but the president made no mention of India, not once. How should New Delhi perceive this? Was the omission intentional? Well, I don't want to be making any assumptions. Biden has been a leader long enough to know how these things work. Historically, Democrats have been friendlier with India, no matter who's in power. From John F. Kennedy to Barack Obama, all American presidents have tried to improve ties with India. India also sits at the center of the strategic architecture the U.S. envisions for the Indo-Pacific region. New Delhi is Washington's biggest Asian partner. Their interests coincide as far as Chinese aggression is concerned. So Joe Biden's omission of India from the diplomatic address may or may not have been intentional. But it certainly raises questions. And he's not spoiled for choices when it comes to partners. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.